Practice English speaking with simple daily conversations. Learning English is one of the most valuable skills a person can acquire in today's globalized world. English connects people from diverse countries, cultures, and backgrounds. It is the language of international business, travel, technology, education, and social media. Because of its widespread use, mastering English opens countless doors to new opportunities. However, learning a language is not just about memorizing grammar rules or studying vocabulary lists. It is about communicating effectively. The heart of communication is conversation. This is why practicing simple daily conversations is one of the most effective ways to improve English speaking skills. Simple daily conversations are the interactions that happen in everyday life. These include greetings, asking for information, ordering food, shopping, making small talk, giving and receiving directions, and many other common situations. Although these conversations may seem basic, they are powerful tools that help learners build fluency, develop confidence, and become comfortable using English in real life. The purpose of this essay is to explore the importance of practicing simple daily conversations for English learners. We will examine how these conversations build practical communication skills, improve listening, expand vocabulary, and help internalize grammar naturally. We will also look at challenges learners face and strategies to make daily conversation practice more effective and enjoyable. The role of simple daily conversations in language learning. When you first begin learning English, it can be overwhelming. There are so many rules, so many words, and so many sounds to master. It is easy to get lost in textbooks or grammar exercises that feel removed from actual communication. Simple daily conversations bring language learning back to what really matters: interaction. Think about the first time you learned to speak in your native language. You didn't start by memorizing complicated sentences or writing essays. You started by saying simple words and phrases to your family: mama, water, go, no. Gradually, you put these words together in simple conversations. Learning English works the same way. Starting with simple, practical dialogues allows learners to practice the language in manageable steps. These conversations introduce common vocabulary, sentence structures, and pronunciation in a natural context. More importantly, simple daily conversations prepare learners for the situations they will actually face. For example, knowing how to order food at a cafe or ask for directions is essential if you travel or live in an English-speaking country. Practicing these conversations repeatedly gives learners the confidence to handle these moments smoothly. How practicing simple conversations builds confidence. One of the biggest obstacles English learners face is fear of making mistakes, fear of sounding awkward, or fear of being misunderstood. This fear often leads learners to avoid speaking, which slows down progress. However, practicing simple daily conversations can help overcome this fear. Because these conversations use easy vocabulary and familiar phrases, learners can feel more comfortable. They do not need to worry about complex grammar or perfect pronunciation at the start. Instead, they focus on conveying basic ideas and understanding responses. Each successful conversation, no matter how simple, builds self-confidence. Confidence leads to more practice, and more practice leads to fluency. Over time, learners feel more comfortable trying longer or more complicated conversations. Expanding vocabulary through conversation. Vocabulary is often seen as a large, intimidating list of words to memorize. But learning vocabulary through conversation is much more effective because it provides context. When you practice ordering a coffee, you learn the words coffee, milk, sugar, and cup together, along with the phrases "can I have" and "would you like?" This contextual learning makes vocabulary easier to remember and use correctly. It also helps learners understand how words function in sentences, something that isolated word lists cannot teach. Additionally, by practicing different daily conversations, learners gradually build a wide and practical vocabulary that covers many everyday topics: food, shopping, travel, emotions, time, and more. Improving listening skills with daily conversations. Speaking and listening are two sides of the same coin. When learners practice conversations, they are not only producing language but also training their ears. Listening to common questions and responses helps learners get used to the sounds and rhythms of English. Many learners find it difficult to understand native speakers because of accents, speed, or slang. Simple daily conversations, however, tend to be spoken clearly and slowly, making them ideal for listening practice. By repeatedly hearing and practicing these dialogues, learners develop better comprehension skills. They begin to recognize common phrases, sentence patterns, and pronunciation features. This listening practice then supports more successful and natural speaking. Internalizing grammar naturally. Grammar can often feel dry or overwhelming when learned from textbooks. But when grammar is learned through conversation, it becomes alive and meaningful. For example, practicing questions like, "Can I have?" or "Where is?" teaches how to form questions without memorizing complicated rules. Using common verb tenses in conversations, present simple for routines, past simple for stories, helps learners understand how grammar works in everyday speech. Simple daily conversations expose learners repeatedly to correct grammar in use. This natural exposure helps internalize grammatical structures subconsciously, making speaking more fluent and accurate. Common daily conversation topics and examples. Here are some common topics that learners can practice daily. Practicing these topics provides a strong foundation for real-life communication. Greetings and introductions. Hello, how are you? My name is. What's your name? Nice to meet you. Where are you from? I'm from. Ordering food and drinks. Can I have a coffee, please? Do you have vegetarian options? I would like a sandwich. How much is this? Could I get the bill, please? Shopping for clothes or groceries. Do you have this in medium size? Where can I find the bread? Is this on sale? Can I try this on? I'll take 2, please. Asking for directions or help. Excuse me. Where's the nearest bus stop? How do I get to the train station? Can you help me find this address? Is there a pharmacy nearby? What time does the store close? Making small talk. Nice weather today, isn't it? What do you like to do on weekends? Have you seen the new movie? Do you like music? I'm learning English. How about you? Talking about daily routine or plans. I wake up at 7 a.m. every day. I'm going to the gym this afternoon. I like to cook dinner at home. Tomorrow I have a meeting. On weekends, I visit my family. Challenges in practicing daily conversations and how to overcome them. Even though simple conversations are easy to understand, many learners face difficulties when practicing. fear and anxiety. Many learners feel nervous speaking English because they worry about pronunciation or mistakes. This fear can prevent them from practicing enough. Solution: practice in low-pressure environments, such as with a friend, language partner, or even alone. Remember, mistakes are natural and part of learning. Finding conversation partners. Not everyone has easy access to native speakers or language partners. Solution: use language exchange apps, online communities, or practice speaking aloud by yourself. Role-playing or recording your voice helps build skills too. Keeping practice interesting. Repeating the same dialogues can become boring and demotivating. Solution: change topics, add new vocabulary, role-play different scenarios, or watch videos and repeat lines. Understanding native speakers. Native speakers can talk quickly or use slang that is hard to follow. Solution: start with simple conversations and slow speech. Use subtitles or transcripts when watching videos. Gradually increase difficulty. Tips for effective daily conversation practice. Practice daily. Even 10 to 15 minutes per day is very effective. Consistency beats long but irregular sessions. Use real materials. Menus, maps, videos, podcasts, or conversations you hear in daily life. Record and listen. Recording yourself helps identify mistakes and track progress. Learn phrases, not just words. Phrases help you speak more naturally. Role play. Pretend to be different people and create dialogues. Practice pronunciation. Focus on difficult sounds and stress patterns. Use flashcards with conversation starters or key vocabulary. Be patient. Fluency takes time, so celebrate small wins. How daily conversations improve cultural understanding. Language and culture are deeply connected. Practicing daily conversations helps learners understand social customs, politeness, and common etiquette. For example, in English-speaking countries, saying please and thank you is important. Asking, "How are you?" is a polite greeting, but often the expected answer is short and positive, such as, "I'm fine, thank you." Understanding these social cues helps learners fit in better and avoid misunderstandings. Personal stories and success examples. Many learners have shared how focusing on simple conversations transformed their English skills. One learner said that practicing ordering food in English every day helped her travel confidently in the UK. Another learner found that role-playing shopping conversations improved his vocabulary and made him feel ready for a job interview. These stories show that daily conversation practice is not just theoretical but has real, practical benefits. Conclusion: practicing simple daily conversations is essential for mastering English. These conversations build confidence, improve listening, expand vocabulary, and help learners internalize grammar naturally. They prepare learners for real-world communication and provide cultural understanding. While learners may face challenges such as fear or limited partners, using strategies like role-play, recording, and consistent practice helps overcome these barriers. Whether you want to travel, study, work, or connect with people, simple daily conversations are your gateway to success. Start practicing today. Speak often, listen carefully, and enjoy the journey of learning English. Remember, every great speaker began with simple conversations. Your voice matters. Keep practicing and you will see progress.